Hello, this is Francis Williams of Francis X. Williams Coaching, and this is level 7 of energetic leadership energy. Did I say energy twice? Sometimes I ramble. Anyway, so here we are at the end of the 7 levels of energetic energy. We finally made it to level 7 in creativity. And remember, this is an energy level that it's the highest energy level that you can be from this system of coaching. It's 95 to 100%, or 90 to 100% anabolic, not 95, because we want to give ourselves a good window. So if you're 90% anabolic, which is very hard to sustain energetically, like in terms of physically, it can be exhausting, but it can be very rewarding. So it's 90 to 100% anabolic, which again means to grow or build up. So this is your opportunity where you get to see everything as true. Everything that exists around you is true and truth. And what you see is what is. And you also get to see yourself as a source of everything. So think of your life, and I think of my life when I say this to you. Think of your life. You can only see your life through your eyes. You can conceptualize being in another person's shoes, seeing things from their perspective or their point of view or POV or whatever you want to call it. But you can only really truly have an experience of your life through your eyes, from your perspective, as you fashion it. And what that means is everything that you experience has to go in your eyes, into your brain, into your ears, into your mouth, into your nose, into your sensation of touch. It has to go to your brain. You make meaning of it and process it, and then something happens. Whether you act on it, don't act on it, ignore it, whatever it is, what that means is that you are the source of everything in your life. So there's a saying that says, I am source. That doesn't mean you're God if you don't believe in God. It doesn't matter. You believe in you because you're here and you exist. That's really all that matters. If you do believe in God, some people will say, oh, well, or Allah, or, Yeshua, or Jehovah, or whoever you want to call whatever. It could be Egyptian, it could be African, it could be South American, it could be anything on the planet, it could be alien, whatever it is, whatever you call it, that's what you call it. So whatever that creator or creation is, you understand that from every facet of those belief systems that you are created in the image of creator. And that's true. That's truth. That's level 7. You're a co-creator. Remember from level 6, which is synthesis, that everything that exists is all together all the time and everything is the same thing. You can choose to believe that or not. It's irrelevant. That's just what level 6 says in its belief system. It's not, hey, I'm trying to get you to force this down your throat and feed this to you. I'm just sharing with you the belief system of level 7 right now. Now, one of the things that happens again in any anabolic level and any level except level 1 and also mainly not in level 2, you can see all the other levels that are below your level. So if you're level 7, you can see creation, which is the activity and action of level 7. You can see synthesis, which is the activity of level 6. You can see win-win and responsibility, which are the activities of level 5, etc., all the way down to level 1. So a great thing about this is, what if you're being creative and all of a sudden your kids come running in the room, or somebody's blaring their music outside and they're annoying you, or you hear something in the news. By the way, if you're level 7, you probably don't even know what's going on in the news because the news is irrelevant. The news is kind of level 2 fear, trying to, not level 1 fear and level 2 anger is trying to get you riled up and trying to get you afraid to go get you to do something and be manipulative. But if you're level 7, you can see everything from level 7. You're being level 7. You can say, hey, something happened that was off-putting. I can get pissed off for a minute. And just because you're at level 2 being pissed off, that doesn't mean you're not still coming from level 7, projecting down to level 2 because you want to just have a little outburst and be like, you bother my creation. Let me kind of get that out of there. Or you could go down to level 5 and be like, well, you know what? Win-win. I'm winning, you're winning. Whatever. You can take it to whatever level you want from that point. When you go down in levels, you get more physical energy because there's less physical energy required at the lower level. Level 1 is fear. That's apathy is the action. I can just lie here and be apathetic and do nothing. How much energy is that required? Probably as much as it requires to breathe and to keep myself sitting in this chair. Not much energy. Level 7 isn't always about jumping around. Think of level 7 as Bill Gates. He's always used because he's always the guy sitting in the garage, like all these great companies that were ever created. I've been sitting in my garage and I've been doing my thing and made this great company. Think of anybody. Think of Damon John. Think of Oprah. Think of any president that's ever existed. They've had creativity energy. And I'm not saying any of these people are good or bad. Because one of the things about level 7 is that good and bad are actually illusions. Doesn't matter what's good or bad, because that's an illusion created by our human concept to make us feel so that we can act based on, again, manipulation. So when you're at level 7, you have non-judgment. That's your thought process. You're not judging, you're existing with everything. You're literally creating, observing, and experiencing everything simultaneously. And so what you're part of is your own creation and the creation of everything around you. Miracles are happening all the time. Whether you believe in miracles or not, there's people that do. And they believe miracles are happening all the time. Take the things that mean something of this training for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, throw it away. That's what my coaching is. If it resonates with you, because we go through a lot of philosophies and a lot of thought processes and a lot of experiences, and I choose to tell you, take what's meaningful to you. If none of this is meaningful to you, sorry I didn't help. And if something you find here is helpful, great. I did my job in this video series and I helped you in one way or another. Geniuses happen at level 6 and level 7. Mainly at level 7 because you're always creating all the time and you're not really at level 7 thinking of reward. You're just thinking, hey, how can I be creative? How can I paint that painting, sing that song, play that instrument, fly that plane, drive that car, go to work and just contribute? How can I be a creator? So creation is an ongoing activity for you. Some creators at level 7, when they're at work, they're just being a genius. Sometimes it might make you feel like you're being aloof or you're being uncaring, when you're in a relationship at work or at home. But one of the things that you have at level 7 is unconditional love. So at level 7, when you're being creation, you're unconditionally loving everything that exists because you're already a creator. Let's say you painted something and you love it or you hate it. You painted it. You can feel however you want about it. That's up to you. That's your creation. Most of the time, if you're in level 7, because remember it's 90 to 100%, not always, but most of the time, 90% or more, you're feeling unconditionally loving in that energy. How much energy does that take? If you're the source, which you are, whether you believe it or not, you already are, and you're unconditionally loving, that takes a lot of energy. So at work, you're just being unconditionally loving. You're going through, you're letting everything happen, you're being good with it. There's no good or bad to you, there's just what's going on. So if you take any stock in the words that I'm saying, like I said, oh, you're good with it, that's just a saying that I say. And then I say there's no such thing as good or bad. Right, remember 90 to 100% of the time, I'm not always going to say something that's consistent if I'm being level 7. I'm going to say, oh, you're good with it, but there's no such thing as good and bad. Maybe 10% of the time I'm saying you're good with it, or you're bad with it, or whatever, but it's all creation. So when you're in level 7, you always feel completely connected to everyone and everything. So when you're home by yourself, or even in a relationship, you're being unconditional love. You're okay with being home alone because you already get. You're connected to everything anyway and everyone anyway. So what does it matter if you go out and see a show? Or what does it matter if you're meditating by yourself? Or what does it matter if you're having dinner or going to a movie by yourself? Or whatever you're doing. It's up to you. You're truly a creator. And you're also completely objective. So what that means is what you think may matter to you, but you're not trying to force that on anybody. You're not trying to say, well, what I think is, or what I know is. Now think of how many times where you've been completely objective. How long can you sustain that for and just allow everything to happen around you? Probably 0 to 10% of the time. Because remember, 90 to 100% of the time of being level 7 is anabolic. How often can you be anabolic and objective and unconditionally loving and being the source and knowing you're connected to everything and being okay with it? Probably not very long. Also, humans are judgmental by nature. We think, we judge, we assess, we surmise, we do whatever we do. And as a coach, my job is to reduce my judgment as close to 0 as possible. Am I saying I'm going to be non-judgmental completely? No, because truly no one can be completely non-judgmental all the time, because the energy that it takes and the ability that it takes would mean that you would not be a human being anymore. You'd be some otherworldly being or some spiritual being that doesn't need to be trapped in a body to have an experience. And if you don't follow me on that, think of when you die. A lot of different philosophies. One of the belief systems that I have is when you die, your soul releases from your body, and your soul is automatically unconditionally loving. It's automatically not in need of anything. It doesn't need a body anymore. So it leaves the body and it goes on to do whatever it does. We are everlasting life, basically. Everything, if you look at Newton's laws, the laws of physics, laws of motion, laws of whatever you want to call Newton's laws, The first law is that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So when you die, your body becomes dust again, but that dust exists. Your soul that keeps your body alive, that keeps you breathing, keeps you moving and thinking and doing and creating in this case, leaves your body because that's energy. It's neither created nor destroyed. That part of you, that soul, that spirit, that energetic force never dies, ever. It's eternal. That's why you are the source of you. And we're all connected as the same energy. So we're all moving and living and breathing and doing the same thing as one. So if we're hurting each other or we're helping each other, it's hurting everyone or helping everyone. Again, remember, you don't have to believe me or take my word for it. Just take from this training what's working and helpful for you. Because that's all that matters. This training is for you to take out of what I'm saying for yourself. Like, hey, I just learned about these levels of energy. I learned I can move in and throughout these levels of energy. That's what we call being unstoppable. When you can manipulate your levels of energy internally, and when you can allow yourself to move in and out of those levels on your own, what you're doing is you're fully creating your experience all the time, no matter what. Whether you're feeling bad, feeling good, or anywhere in between, whether you're creating or being apathetic, or anywhere in between, you already get that you're in control of all of it. When you have a handle on this, just because you have a handle on this doesn't mean you're always going to be good. You're always going to have a handle on everything. Everything is figured out. You do have all the answers within you. You just have to remember what those answers are. You can apply those answers in any way, shape, or fashion you choose or not. And that's how it works. So thank you for letting me share level 7 of energetic leadership energy with you, which is the level of absolute passion. I might not have said that before. So absolute passion is like that creativity. You're so passionate about what you're doing. You're so completely enthralled and enveloped and engulfed in it that, excuse me, I'm so completely engulfed in talking that I have to cough. But you're so completely involved and caught up in that creativity that that's all you know. And so sometimes you need to take a break and come down. Like if you resonate mainly at level 5, you might say, I want to go up to level 7 and create something. I'm creating a video right now. That's why you see all this energy, all this animation. Sometimes I slow myself down because I realize, oops, talking too fast. I need to slow down so that you don't have to hang on my every word or think, what did he just say? Let me rewind that. He spoke a mile a minute or a mile a second or whatever the hell he's doing. So I'm just being creation right now. I'm generating my conversation. I'm using some notes to help me remember what I want to say, but most of it is just genuine creativity. Am I ever going to say the exact same thing that I said in this video again? No, because this is basically not scripted. I wanted to make sure what I did script are key points so that I can tell you the keynotes that I want to share with you now. When you work with me, or when whoever works with me, or chooses to work with me, we get the key points that are essential to what they're up to. So let's say you chose to work with me and you want to work on creating a new small business as a small business contractor, for example. And that's, by the way, my niche. I help small business contractors increase their revenue 90% in 30 days, 90%. 50% in 30 days. Sorry about that. I caught myself. I help them build their optimal team so that they can have a business that functions and flows smoothly. And I help them have more free time so that they don't have to always be working. They can be relaxing or working or whatever they choose in between. So if that's you or anybody you know, when I'm working with you, what I do is I look at what are your strengths. I don't call weaknesses weaknesses, I call them opportunities. It's just an area for you to say, oh, hey, I forgot that I knew that. And now that I remember that, now I can apply it. So now it's a strength. And so we maintain the strengths. We work up the opportunities. We teach you how to move in and out of your levels of energy. We teach you how to think holographically. We teach you how to be unstoppable so that your thinking is clear and effective. So that's it for real this time. So anyway, if you have any comments, please leave for me your comments below, whether this helped you, whether it didn't, whether you love it, whether you hate it. It doesn't matter to me because I'm being creativity right now. I'm being absolute passion. I'm being source. I am you. So I'm having all those thoughts and feelings and emotions anyway. Level 7 is the embodiment of every level, but it's also the highest level, being that creation level. Love to hear your comments. Create some comments for me. If you're on social media, share this with somebody that you care about or you want to know about their energy, or somebody who might be curious about energy. If you want to learn more about who I am, check out francisxwilliams.com. You'll go to a page where you'll learn about what school did I go to, what credentials do I have? What giveaway offers do I have? There's a link there to a landing page where you can get an interview with me. It's a video interview, so you get to see me again. If you don't want to see me, just avert your eyes and say, oh, I don't want to see this guy. He's not my cup of tea, or whatever. And if you do want to see me, great, you got a video. If you choose just to hear me, you also get 2 audios. One of them will help you be unstoppable, and one of them will help you either build a business or grow your business. It's not going to be the answer and the key that you plug in and turn and say, no, I have a business magic, ha. I mean, it's the start or a part of your journey. So it is something that I intend to be helpful to you. That's what I do as a coach, as an anabolic energy leader. And thank you again for watching. I look forward to sharing more information with you soon. I'm going to have another video series on different topics. There's a book that I've been planning on writing called The Meanings of Life. I believe that everyone has his or her own meaning of life. So the book is based around that. People will say, what is the meaning of life? I would say to them, you probably mean the meanings of life. It's whatever you create life to be. That's what I, as an energy leadership coach, believe the meanings of life are. We each have our own, and we can each choose to either do something or nothing about it. So thank you for watching. Take care and be well, and I'll see you soon.